Hello, everybody. I want to welcome you here today to my Facebook Live, not live. It's Creating Cards with Debbie. And if you shop my store, you can use the April host code, which is HPETHMTC. And to shop in my store, you just go to www.debbiefoster.stampinup.net and you can shop all the items that I'm showing today and any other items that you may be needing or wanting. Um, so let me go ahead with the introduction today. It's kind of odd that I'm just recording and not going live, but Facebook won't let me go live for some reason, so we have to do it this way for a while. All right. When you're in there shopping in my store, don't forget about the online exclusives. I want to make sure that I'm in the paper or in the screen here. Okay, online exclusives. When you're in my store, there's a tab on the side that says online exclusives. Just go in there and click that banner, and it'll bring up all the online exclusives that are available right now. There's lots in there, and every 3 months, I think it is, they add new items. So here's just a sneak peek of what's in there. It says a new selection of products available in the online store, which started March 5th, 2024. So this latte set is really cute. That's one of the items that are in there. And you can get it as a bundle and get all the things that go with it. There's gems and dies and the stamp set and the designer series paper. So lots of good stuff in there. Let me sit back down here so I can read. It says, get ready to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. It says, subscribe to Paper Pumpkin for a monthly all-inclusive crafting kit that's a fun surprise. Each kit includes a photopolymer stamp set, classic Stampin' Spot, and step-by-step instructions to complete exclusive paper craft projects, including cards, tags, and gift packaging. Keep reading for a sneak peek of our upcoming kits, and don't miss the special add-on that coordinates with all 3 months. And I'm going to show you that here in a moment. But for April, you have until April 10th, which is only a couple days away, to subscribe to this one. And it says Delicate Wings, it's the name of it. And it makes 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs with 9 coordinating envelopes, pre-cut paper pieces and butterfly designs, champagne foil images, sentiments, and labels. Coordinating colors are Lost Lagoon, Moody Mauve, Basic Beige, which is a new color in our catalog that's coming out that starts May 1st, Basic Gray, and Basic Black and Champagne Foil. It says that has a partial pop-ups to make your card shine. So you kind of see that it does pop up just a little bit. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. But let me show you what you can add on to this. Okay, here, probably a better picture. It's partial pop-ups and elegant foil designs. And like I said, you have until April 10th to sign up for that one. And here is the add-on that you can add on to your subscription, but you have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber in order to get these dies. And it says, get the thanks and beyond dies while supplies last. So the butterfly coordinates with the April Paper Pumpkin. And this little hexagon, I'm not sure if that's a hexagon label, that coordinating with May. And then for June, it has the thanks die cut, the name thanks. But I think that's like $12 to add that onto your order. All right, and here's what I was talking about, the new catalog, which is going live to our customers on May 1st. I can't open the cover yet until it goes live, but you can see the cover, the outside cover, and the back side, which I need to cut out my address here. And it's really unique, the cover of it. It has like a shiny embossed. I don't know. Let me see if you can see that. Okay, it's picking it up. It's really different. I've never seen that in any of their catalogs before. And it has a different feel to it. Um, Very unique. And I did um, put in an order to Stampin' Up! To send catalogs out to some of my customers. So please watch your mail for that and don't let your husband throw it away thinking it's just an old catalog that's from a store or something. It kind of looks like a Bass Pro catalog to me a little bit. So be sure you watch for that, and that's your Stampin' Up! Catalog. It's not anybody else. So make sure he doesn't throw it away and you don't throw it away. And like I said, that's going live on May 1st. And don't forget, we've got 2 catalogs that are going to be retiring. I'll situate it. I had it opened up on the page I'm going to do. So the annual catalog, the April to 2024, ends on April 30th. So if there's any items that you want, you need to get your order in to get those before they're gone because it's only while supplies last on some items. And then our mini catalog will be retiring too. And the same with that, if there's anything you're wanting, get your order in as soon as possible. I know the retirement list came out and the 60% off starts April 9th. So that's tomorrow. So you want to watch for that too and get in there and do some early shopping because things fly off the shelves real fast, so to speak. All right, I think that's about all the news I have to talk about. And again, you can get your starter kit for Stampin' Up! For $99 and you'll receive $125 worth of products. So if you have any questions on that, just reach out, private message me, and I'll be glad to help you with that. Um, so let's go ahead and get started. Today's card is going to be coming out of our annual catalog, which is retiring. And we're using the Earthen textures and well, pretty much everything that's in this suite we're going to be using. So I wanted to show you it's on page 70 and 71. And starting tomorrow, you can get the ribbon. I guess it's called ribbon, or is it trim? I guess they're calling it the wavy trim for 10% off, and that's going to be $6.30. And the designer series paper is going to be 10% off also, and that's going to be marked down to $11.25. And also the dies that go with the stamp set are going to be 20% off. So those would be $28. So that's a bargain. And so you'd order your stamp set and your dies separately. You wouldn't do as a bundle because you want to get that 20% off discount. All right, so let me set these things aside and we'll go ahead and get started. I think everything's good on your side. But I'm going to be using, like I said, the Earthen Textures stamp set and the dies are what we're using today. And here is the Earthen Textures. Oh, it's called Earthen Elegance designer series paper. Okay, I was thinking it was 2 sides here, but it's just one. It's hard for me to see my camera to see if you're in view. So every so often I'm going to stand up to get a peek and make sure everything's going fine. Be sure when you're watching the video, when you're finished, be sure that you like and share it with your friends and family. It gives me more viewers, and I'd appreciate that. Never have too many viewers. All right, so here's the trim that we're using. It's kind of unique. It's kind of like a burlappy kind of twine. Very unique. And we're also going to be using the deckled rectangles dies. And I'm going to be using this die here. Other than the cards, and get busy here. So here's our first card. I wish I could zoom in on these, but it won't let me do it for some reason. I guess when I'm using StreamYard, I guess it doesn't give us that option. So I hope you can see it okay. It says thank you. And then here's the inside. So let's go ahead and get started with our card. And I have lost my instruction folder. What did I do with that? Here it is. All right, so our card base is going to be our Misty Moonlight. And that's 4 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. And then it's scored in the center at 5 1/2 inches. So we're going to take our bone folder and we're going to burnish that edge really good. For the outside, we have our designer series paper. And that is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So let's go ahead and start gluing things down here. Let me grab my glue. And you know that my choice of glue is the multi-purpose combo glue. Some call it the green glue, but that's my adhesive of choice that I always grab for. Just gonna put a little glue on the back side. A little goes a long ways. And attach that to our card front. And got to make sure that's even, space all the way around. And then we've got some more designer series paper, and this one measures 3 inches by 3 1/4 inches. And we got one side that's longer than the other, so we're going to put it this way. So the 3 1/4 inch is going to go vertically. So we're going to attach that to the back of our, or the front of our card. Put some glue on the back side. I'm trying not to get too much glue on my fingers today. I tend to do that. Is that called getting into your work or something? Something like that. And we've got a white layer here that measures 2 3/8 inches by 3 5/8 inches, and that's going to go right across the center of that. So more glue. Lots of gluing here. Hope everybody's doing well. I hate that I'm not able to go live on Facebook. For some reason, it's got me shut down, saying that I don't have permission or something to do it. I don't know what the deal is. And then they say it's going to take a few weeks to get it recognized or something. I don't know. All this legal talk that Facebook uses, I don't understand it. All right, so we're going to set our card aside. And we're going to bring this little scrap of paper over here, and we're going to stamp our vase. And we're going to use the Misty Moonlight to do that. And here's the flower vase that we're going to use. Just ink that up. Stamp that down. Did I use the right vase? Yeah, I thought maybe I did the taller one, but I didn't. It's the right one. And I've already stamped our flowers using the Misty Moonlight. And I used this stamp right here for those. And I've got another one here, which is, and I need to stamp some more. Missing one. All right, let's bring that over here. Got some scrap paper here. I just wrinkled up my paper really good. Let's try this side. And which one am I missing? It's this one here. Yeah, so we're going to ink that up with our Misty Moonlight. I guess I did do it, but it's a lighter color. I think I like this one better. See, I did this one, I guess, but it's too light. I don't like the light. So we're going to close up our ink pad for a moment, and we're going to bring our dies over here so we can, I cut out our flower pot and our leaf here. Got an extra flower pot in there for some reason. Okay, there's the die for that. And okay. Put these out of the way and hopefully I don't lose them all. I'm going to snip this down so it'll fit through my baby boss. And let's bring those over here. Set this up there for a moment. Get our plates over here. Just rub this glue for a little bit. You probably hear my husband's lawnmower in the background. It seems like every time I do my Facebook videos that he's always decides that's the day he has to mow grass. It keeps him busy. Right. Let's put this one on here. Line that up. Our image. And I'm just using some washi tape to hold it in place. Plates on there. You can find this embossing and die cutting machine in my online store. It's the boho blue one. It also comes in white, which is in the regular catalog, and also the larger machine. But this one's kind of handy to keep on your work surface here, so I use it a lot. Okay, I'm going to put those in my little dish there so I don't lose them. Set my plate, put that over there. It's in the trash can. Okay, so let's start assembling. And I'm going to take a little piece of that trim and I'm going to wrap it around the top of our vase. And I think I'm just going to use a little bit of Scotch tape to hold that in place. And it will be right here. See if I can do this with all thumbs here, it seems like, when I'm doing a video. And place down this one a little bit more. Oops, then I missed it completely. I just don't want it to unravel right there. So set that over there. We're going to bring out our dimensionals. We're going to add some dimensionals to the back of our vase. And let me grab my take your pick tool to grab hold of those with. And I'm just going to put one at the bottom and one at the very top. So we're going to set that aside for a moment because we're going to fit our flowers in there. So you kind of lay them down and see where you want to place them. This could go down farther. And I also have another little twiggy thing that I die cut from that same dies, and I'm going to place that in the middle. Maybe I don't need to use this one. Maybe that's why I decided not to. But I think that probably looks good right there. I don't want to bulk it up too much. I have another little one here that could possibly go next to that. Yeah, I think we've got it. So let's see how I'm going to do this. Do I want to take these off and then attach these? I'm sticking to the dimensionals back there. I may have to add another dimensional back here after I get these done. And squeeze that in there. Well, lift this and place it under there. All right. I think I like that. Okay. Let's put some more. I guess I should have laid these down before I put the dimensionals underneath there. So let me pull this one back off. See, I always got to have a goof up here to have something to fix. But that's okay. And I'll just put that one. Just let go of my fingers here. All right. Let's see if I can get this fixed up right. Make sure it's opening the right direction. I'm going to place this down off to the right side a little bit. And I'm going to take some glue to hold this down. Sneak up underneath here. Well, yeah, I wonder. I think I'm going to take a couple of glue dots and put our base down on each side. So it kind of has a 3D look. I like that, how it looks. Let me show you what I mean. Let's place one on this side. And I've got the dimensionals in the center to give it some bulk right there in the middle. Do the same on this side. And come back over here and there, I like that. So it kind of gives it a little 3D look. And my things. Got another strip of our designer series or our Misty Moonlight cardstock, and it measures 1/2 inch by 2 1/4 inches, and we're going to stamp our thank you onto that. I'm going to bring my black memento ink over here. And like I've told everybody before, I got the craft stamping pad, which doesn't have any ink on it. It's supposed to be used for your white craft ink, but I didn't do the white craft. Instead, I put my black memento ink on there. I inked up the pad. And Stampin' Up's pads have a nice surface where it's easy to stamp and get the right image on it. I kind of prefer that compared to the memento pads, so that's why I did that. And let me bring this down so I get it straight. Okay, that's pretty good. Close well. Do that for a moment. And I'm going to cut this down. I don't want it that big, so we're going to get our little trimmer here, and we're going to chop it down a little bit, make it a little smaller. And this was from one of the promotions that Stampin' Up! Did for new recruits, and demonstrators were able to buy it. So uh, I wish they'd come out with it to have it for sale for everybody, because it's a good trimmer for things like this. All right, let me chop that off just a tiny bit more. And I hope I get it straight, which that isn't. And that's fairly good. I'll go with that. Over there. So we're going to put a dimensional on this side, but we're going to attach this one directly to our flower base. So I'm going over my dimensionals again. And make sure I got the right side. Yes. And that fits on there really good. I'll put that off. Bring our glue over here. And just a little goes a long ways. And I'm going to attach that like so. And now we've got some gems that we need to put on there. Just put that right here. And these are the brushed metallic adhesive dots. And we're going to use the gold ones here for this one. Take your pick tool again to grab those off of there. And I'm going to use the large ones. And I'm going to place them onto the right side of our base. All right, that popped back off of there. Stay there. Okay, so here's the front side of our card. And now we're going to work on the inside. And I've got a basic plate that is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And a strip of our designer series paper, which is 3/4 inches by 4 inches. That's going to go at the top of our layer here. Let me see what colors I need to use. I'm going to be using Misty Moonlight so I can close up our black memento again. I'm going to be using this stamp and which sentiment. Oh, I guess I did. I did get it out. You always know just what to do, or what to say and do. And first off, I'm going to kind of position my designer series paper at the top so I know where to stamp at. And I'm using the Misty Moonlight. And I'm going to stamp these off. So we're going to mess up our paper. And I'm going to do 3 here. And just like that. And then we can take our sentiment and stamp that in the center. Testing it to make sure it's good image. And close this up. And bring back our glue. And we're going to attach this designer's paper to the top of our white base. And I'm going to leave just a tiny portion of that white on top. Just a peek. And then we can put that on the inside of our card. Get that over here. And center that on the inside. Okay, let me see if we're looking good. That's that outside of our card. Thank you. And then on the inside, it says you always know just what to say and do. But there's our first card. We can clean this up and we'll get to our second one. I did my simple family. My stamps first because we're going to be using the same ones over. This is my Simply Chamois. I just wet it with water, and I should have wet it before I started, but it's still wet enough. And we just use that to clean our stamps with. There's no chemicals, nothing to buy, just your Simply Chamois. And I put it into a stamp case, which you can buy the blank stamp cases in my store. And it stays damp for quite a while, for quite a few days before you have to re-wet it again, rinse it out with warm water, and then it's good to go again. Real economical, less things to buy, no cleaners or anything. And it's called the Simply Chamois. And it's towards the back of the catalog if you're wondering where it is. Okay, so it goes back over there out of my way. All right, so here's our next card. It's another thank you card. I know we always need thank yous, so I did a couple of them today. Let me move these out of the way. I don't think I need those anymore. I don't want to get them mixed up. And we'll get the bits and pieces for our next card. And I'm using the same stamp set, the Earthen textures and the dies. So here's the outside of our card. It says thank you, but I haven't put anything on the inside yet. I debated on what I wanted to do, so we'll kind of play it by ear today. All right, so to start with, we have our card base, which is Pretty Peacock, and it's 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches, and then it's scored in the middle at 5 1/2 inches. So let's burnish that edge. And our card is going to go this way this time. It's going to open from the left side. And it's over. We've got our designer series paper, which comes from the same designer series paper that goes with this suite. And it is 4 1/8 inches by 5 3/8 inches. And that's going to go onto the front of our card. Let's grab our glue again and we'll start gluing as we go. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, be sure that you hit that subscribe button that's down below, and also click that little bell and you'll be notified when I have new videos that I put up. I try to do a video every week, and I was going live, but Facebook wasn't letting me, so I'm thinking about switching to going with YouTube. I don't know. Wait and see what happens. I guess a little bit longer. Just pre-record as I go. Okay, so this one is our smoky slate, and I die cut that using the deckled rectangles dies, and I use this one right here. And then for the center portion of it, there is a die that comes with our bundle that looks like this. It's kind of a strange looking die, and I die cut that in the center of our card stack. Stand up here so you can maybe see it. Yeah. But that's what I did with that. I die cut it first, and then I put this on top and ran it through my embossing machine. Or you could do both at the same time. I have done that too, where I do both at the same time and run them through. Saves a little time. So I'm going to attach that. I was just looking to see if I had to do anything else here with our glue. And that's going to go centered on the front of our card. And let's get that over just a little bit. All right, we're going to set that aside. We're going to work on our flowers and our flower vases. I did these quite a while ago, so I'm trying to see what I need to do yet here. Looks like we're even doing some die cutting here. So one flower pot I already die cut out of the paper, the tall one. So we don't have to do anything with that, but we need to stamp our smaller vase with a pretty peacock onto our designer series paper. Ink that up. And we're going to stamp it directly on our designer series paper. Got a glare from the sun coming in my window here, so it's making it hard for me to see. All right, and the rest of it is just die cutting, I believe. I can come in here and stamp our sentiment. But I kind of changed it up. When I die cut the rectangle out of the paper, it kind of left a ridge on the negative side. So I'm going to use that as my banner. It gives it kind of a cool look to it. So I'm going to write thank you. And I'm going to use the pretty peacock. And let me try that. And that was my daughter. She wanted to be in the movies. All right, so there's my thank you. And I can put that aside for a moment. Things are falling here. All right, so I'm going to Put our thank you sentiment at an angle. And I'm going to do both sides. So it looks sort of like this. I got that done. And now we're going to take that designer series paper again. And this pattern I'm going to use for the top of our base. And my dies over here. And so we need this one, and then we need this little top one. We're going to put the handles on the base. And that is going to be cut out of this area here. Bring our machine back over here. And our plates. And I might be able to die cut all of these at the same time. I'm going to, let me see, how can I do this? I'm thinking maybe something like that. What did I do with my plates are moving here? My dies are moving, I should say. Stay there. Don't move. And we'll wish for the best here. Oh, I just found my tape that was on the bottom layer here. It's hiding down here. So let's see what we have here. Here's the bottom of our vase. And usually you can pop them out that way. It's not cooperating with me. So I'll take your prick tool and pop that out. And here's the top of our base. Gonna go like this. And if we bring it down just a hair, there. Okay, so we're gonna add our glue to the back side of that. And I'm trying to wrap things here. So I'm going to put just a little bit of glue along that edge. And I'm going to bring my silicone mat over here so I don't get glue everywhere. And we're going to place that down on the top of our base. And let's see. You can see it. I'm tracking my camera. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And we still need to cut this one yet. So let's bring our machine back over here. Do it again. Have our die. I'll wash the tape to hold it in place. Okay. Got that going. And I need to die cut one of those burning dies, which is this one. And I guess I didn't do much ahead of time on this. Let me see. I need another base. Well, I need the flowers. All right, let me see. Oh, you looking flowers. Much of this done ahead of time. I thought I had it done. A moody mob. Just one moment. Thought I could pause, but I didn't see the pause button. Right. Moody mob. Okay, so our Moody Mob ink pad. And we're going to stamp our flowers onto this smoky slate, so what I called it, using a Moody Mob. I just want one of those. And we can close that back up again. All right, what am I missing? I think I've got everything covered now. Baby Boss back over here again. I know we're not in a hurry today, so that's a good thing. I hope you're not in a hurry. Turn that off. Well, I think run both of these through at the same time, but maybe not. There's the die for that. Oops, I got the wrong die. What's that die? Okay. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. All right, we found it. No harm done. It's nothing worse than losing your dies. I try to use my magnetic bowl to keep them confined so I don't misplace them. Run that through, and then we'll run through our squiggly bun. Put that right there so we don't lose it. And then our next one, I'm not sure what you'd call this. Some kind of a vine, maybe. Plates right here. I think I'm done cutting. Hopefully. I thought I had this done ahead of time, but I guess I didn't on this one. And we'll take your pick tool to push that out. That's what those little holes are for. And pull that out gently. And sit back in my chair again. All right, let's bring our card back over here. And we're going to start arranging. So this one's going to go here. This one put the ferns on. So this I'm just going to glue directly to our base. A little glue down there at the bottom. And silicone mat over here. In the camera view or not, if I'm in the camera view. Set down a little bit, maybe attach itself. And it takes a moment for the glue to dry all the way, so it wasn't quite dry when I pictured it. And we're going to do the same with this one. So, glue along that stem and attach our base to that. And push down in the center for a little bit. Okay. And this one's going to glue directly down. I want to place this over here to see whereabouts I want to put it. Thinking right there. So let me put this one down first. This one doesn't have any flowers in it, so it's just the base itself. And set it right there. And these aren't using any dimensionals on the back. Our third pot we will, but not these two. And place that down. Now we've got some designer series paper that's going to be our strip that's going to go across there. But first we're going to add a twine or trim to that. And I'm going to use our tear and tape. So I'm just going to put a strip of that. That's our designer series paper to hold our trim there. Stick into my fingers good. Oh, see, I can't put that on there tight. But that's okay. It'll lay down after a bit. Set that one over there for a moment. Move this out of the way. And we're going to take your pick tool again to pull that off. And I had my trim cut ahead of time and I didn't. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball this right about there. Use my paper snips to cut off that. And it's probably 4.5 inches. Bring this down here and we're going to place that across the center of our designer series paper strip. The paper wants to curl. I got the tear and tape a little snug on there. And this is going to go across those and over to this side. I'm going to just add some glue on the back side. And I'm seeing where I want to put it. Right about there, I think. And I'm just going to hold it for a moment to make sure it's sticking good. And we're going to put some dimensionals on the back side of this one. So take your pick tool again. I got dropsies. I've been having dropsies all week long. I don't know. Is there something in the air or what's going on? It's crazy. All right, you want to go on there? We'll put you on there. And Going right there. All right, get that little piece off of there. So it sounds like JoJo's taking her nap. She was really uphill the other day. She's not wanting to take her nap, and she's just terrorizing the cat. And all sorts of trouble she was getting into. She wasn't listening or minding very well. It's just one of those days, I guess. All right, then our thank you is going to go right across the top of that. So I'm going to put a dimensional at this side and just glue the other side. Will that fit on there? Yeah, something noisy went by. Not sure what that was. So today is the solar eclipse going on. So uh, here in Arkansas, we're supposed to have a good view of it. So at least it isn't cloudy. At first, they were talking that we weren't going to be able to see it because they thought it was going to be cloudy. But the weather's kind of cooperating today, so that's a good thing as long as it stays that way. And I'm trimming that down because I can see the edge of my dimensionals, and I don't want that showing. So place that down over our flower pot. Probably there. Is that even? It's kind of hard to tell when the card's laying down, so I have to pick it up to see if I'm straight or crooked. I tend to have things crooked a lot. All right, and then we're going to use the rustic metallic adhesive back dots. And here, I use these, yeah. Slide them out of there. I'm going to take your pick tool, put my putty end, and I'm going to pick those up. I'm going to start with a large one, maybe. That right there. Another large one here. And I think I'll stick with the large one. So I was going to go with the small one, but I changed my mind. And then another large one right there. Or we'll put it right there. And I think I might put it there. Change it up a little bit. Okay, so here's the front of our card. Thank you. And now we need to do the inside, which I've got another smoky slate. We'll put that on the inside. And I think I'm going to leave it blank because I might just write a little note or something with this one instead of having a sentiment stamped. Or I can always come back in and stamp something later. And I just got glue on my paper there. And place that there on the inside. And my husband got loud as a lawnmower. I thought he was coming in there for a minute. Maybe he realized I'm live, or live, not live, I should say, and changed his mind. All right, so here's our second thank you card. Thank you, with our 3 flower pots and the inside of our card. Okay, and again, I'm going to clean my stamps because we're switching colors here. I apologize. And use our center chamois and do some scrubbing. I got a new one, but I haven't replaced this one yet. I'm still using it. I try to use them until they're so grungy looking that I have to start out with a new one. But just because they're stained doesn't mean that they're not good anymore. They're still usable. It's just stained and it won't affect anything except maybe just the looks. All right, I've got everything. All right, so up a little bit. Things. Put this off here. So the next one is a little fun fold. It says, "You are proof there is good in the world." Let me stand up again so I can see that you're seeing it. That's a little fun fold that opens like this. And it says, "Thank you" on the inside. So let's go ahead and start with that. These pieces out here. Flash here. Okay, so we're starting out with this is our card base, just a flat piece of cardstock, which measures 4 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches, and that's going to be our card base. And then we've got the designer series paper, and this is 4 1/8 inches by 5 3/8 inches, and we're just going to glue that onto our card base. That's the right side. I think that is. Sometimes you get edges from where you cut your paper at, so I'm going to just come back in with my phone folder and I'm going to smooth them out a little bit. All right. I'm going to set that aside. And here's our little fun folds portion. And that is 3 1/2 inches by 9 inches, and then it's scored in the middle at 4 1/4 inches. So we're going to furnish that edge using our bone folder. And then we've got some more layers that go on top of that. And we've got basic gray, and that is 3 1/4 inches by 4 1/4 inches. So glue that to the card front. And right in the center. And you may remember that I told you all that JoJo had got spayed. It'll be 2 weeks this Thursday. So it hasn't slowed her down any. I don't know. Hey, she's still going and going. All right, then we've got our designer series paper. This one measures 3 1/2 inch. Wait, looking at the wrong. 3 inches by 4 inches. And that's going to go on the center of our basic gray layer. So give me your opinion on me doing lives on YouTube from now on. I'm just getting so frustrated with Facebook not letting me do it. So uh, recording ahead of time is okay, especially if I've got appointments or something that I have to go to, which I do Wednesday, so it worked out pretty good. But normally, I try to do my lives every Wednesday, but I haven't been able to do it live, so giving me fits. I thought I cut these already, but I didn't. I cut the flowers, these two designs. And I need to cut these. I need to have two. Where's the other one? There it is. Two of those. And we're going to do flower pots. So I need to bring my dies and my machine back over here. Let me scooch these all out of the way so I don't lose them. And bring our machine back over here again. We're getting a workout today using our baby boss. Not on vacation anymore. I'm putting her to work. All right, and then our dies. I need this one. This one. Don't need that one. Or that one. I need the little handle for us. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut out our flower pot first. It's going to fit perfectly on there. And this is our little handle. I'm going to put it right there if it'll stay. I've got sticky on my fingers and keep moving it. And I run everything through the same time. No. My plate's right here. All right. I'm doing a lot of teaching how to use the mini machine. Not by choice. I thought I had all this stuff cut out ahead of time, but I didn't. And had done these cards quite a few days ago, so I guess I didn't remember what I'd done and what I did and what I didn't do ahead of time. Okay, and we're going to cut out another flower pot using this design. And right there is a good spot. And let's go ahead and try cut one of these at the same time. Scooch you down. Bring you in here. And I cut the flower at the same time. And pretty good right there. Washi tape to hold it. All right, let's run this puppy through. Hoping I'm not shaking the camera too much. I hope this video is clearer too. We've got some internet issues going on, I guess, where our signal isn't real strong because our modem, our router is way across the house in the living room, where my craft room is at the other end of the house. So it hasn't been a strong signal to get back over to me here. So I'm going to have the guy that does the internet, he's going to come out tomorrow and put the router up in my room here because we're not really using it in the living room that much. We used to have it for our cable TV, but we've since then switched. So I don't really need it for the TV down there for streaming. So hopefully it does the trick. And then now if I can just get Facebook figured out and solved, I'll have it made. I wonder if they're listening to me. I don't know. I messaged them, but they never answered me. So I don't know. I guess they're got better things to do than to chat with people. I don't know. Okay. I have everything now. I want you to take that on there. My die is over here. And I need to poke this out of the die yet. I guess I'll go out this afternoon and watch the eclipse, which is coming up here real soon. I need to finish up here. Like I said, get out there about 12:30 Central Time, our time, to start watching it changing. And I thought it was, maybe it was 1:30, not 12:30. I might have my times mixed up. I have to ask my daughter. She keeps up with all that stuff. All right, and now we're going to bring our small card back over here, and we're going to start assembling. Oh, I needed 2 of those. I thought I was done. And give that back here again. Let's run that through one more time. I didn't see that. And put that back over here. And I think that spot right here I'm going to use. Washi tape, our top plate. Get this done. And there we go. Let's try this again. Let's bring our mat back over here. Thought I misplaced it, but I didn't. Put that on our way. Now bring our card back over here. And we're going to start assembling. And put a small streak of glue across the top of this flower pot. And we'll also do both at the same time. And place that on the top of our vase. And this one on this one. Now this one's going to sit right here. This one's going to sit kind of on top of that, but I'm going to put dimensionals on this one. Then we need to put our flowers in here. And I think we're going to lay this one down first. It's bigger. I'm probably out of camera view here. Let me scooch down again. Yeah, okay. And put our glue on the back of this flower. It looks like it's tropical. Some kind of tropical flower. And it's going to kind of go at an angle. And I didn't put any on the stem part because it's not going to show anyway. And it's going to go something like this. Or we could put it like that. I think I might put it behind. I'll put this one right there. And I'll put glue on this side of it. Bring our silicone mat back over here. Ooh-oohs. I'm not sure if that was a word or not. All right, we want over to this side. And I was going to push it down, but I think it's fine. And then we'll do that there. Well, it's not going to show. I'll put it back here. I'm talking to myself, I guess. And some glue to that stem. Yeah, I guess that'll be okay. And I'm going to glue that directly to our cotton thread. Shaky or something today. Too much coffee this morning? Maybe. And this flower pot, we're going to place this flower on. And another one of these little ferny looking ones. And I think I'm going to put this one on the front side. Getting an idea of what it might look like. Yeah. In fact, I think I might be able to just tape these to the back. Tape to hold them. Works for me. And then we'll bring out our dimensionals. Put 1.5 at the back. One side. And one there. Maybe another little one in the middle. And there, flowers. And just take those backings off of those dimensionals with my Take Your Pick tool. My fingernails, that works wonders. All right, and then we're going to, oh, my flower pot was crooked. I can't move it now. And well, okay. Some strips of white here, which says you are approved. Yeah, I don't want a small strip. I need a bigger piece. And we're going to do that using basic gray. Yeah, basic gray. Let me see where I want to do this at. Maybe right here. So we're going to cut it apart anyway. Oh, that one's hard to move. There we go. We're going to bring our little guillotine back over here. And let's put this down to size. And I was cutting it down to be able to work with it. Oops, that's a little bit too far. Don't want to cut off my letters. I have to restamp them. And I don't think my stamping is real straight. So it's not. Oops, I moved down there. And our last one. Trying to get a hold of here. Those old butterfingers don't want to work when you want them to. That moved on me. All right, maybe that's good. All right, that one. That one. Making sure I don't throw away the good ones here. And this one is where I need to trim it a little bit. Okay, these are garbage. Okay. You are approved. It's good. And the world. I can shorten these some more. Cut them down to size more. This one's kind of crooked, so I can't straighten it up a little bit. My paper slipped on me. Okay. Okay, let's bring our silicone that over here. And we're going to put glue on the right side, but a dimensional on the left side. So let's put the dimensionals on there first. And I'm going to use the smaller ones. Okay. Yeah. Making sure I got the right side, the left side, I should say. And another small edge. And then put glue on the other side. Where's you? You are proof. Take off this backing, do our dimensional. And we're going to place that down on our flower pot. You are proof there is good. And a little bit too much. It's sure the love there. And same with this one. There is good in the world. I'm just leaving a small space in between each one. And then we're going to add our gems. Oops. I have this placed here. We're using those same ones that we did on the first card, the brush metallic adhesive back dots. And we're going to use the copper color ones. I'll take your pick tool out here again. I'm going to use the large ones. that putty back on there. And here. There. That putty wants to come off. And another one on the pot itself, the lid. And then we've got a little bowl that I've made from one of our ink colors that's going out, which is the metallic woven ribbon. And this is the sweet sorbet color, which goes really good with Moody Mauve. And I'm going to bring in one of my tiny blue dots. These are the ones that come in your paper pumpkin kits. And I'm going to put that right there in the center of that one. And I'm going to kind of push it into a small ball because this ribbon is really tiny. So I don't want nothing sticking out, making it stick to everything. And I made a double bow with this. Or no, it's a single bow. I thought it was a double bow. It's a single bow. And this ribbon is kind of cool because you can flare it at the edge, at the bottom. That's where it's cut at. I'm going to trim that one down a little bit. It's a little bit too long. And then I'm going to shred that a little bit to give it some dimension. All right, and now this goes onto our main card base. There. And remember that our new catalog coming up, there's going to be some price increases on some things like cardstock, ink refills, Stampin' Blends, some of our adhesives like our Tombow Blue is going to be going up in price. So you might want to get your order in before the end of the month, before the new catalog goes live, to be able to get it at the old price instead of paying the increased price. So that's what I did the other day. I got my order in and got some more adhesives and things coming, stamping blends that I didn't have, just to save a little bit of money. It's all about the money, you know. Okay, what did I put on the inside? Thank you on the inside. This is our inside layer, which is our basic white. And that measures 3 1/4 inches by 4 1/4 inches. And then I got a strip of that designer series paper also that is a 1/2 inch by 4 1/4 inches. I cut it a little bit long, I guess, but that's okay. Trim that off. I'd rather have it too long than not long enough. And we're going to go with the basic gray to stamp with. So here, thank you. And I think I'm stamping that off to the side a little bit. Yeah, off the right side. And right there. Thank you. Close up our ink pad. I've got ink all over my fingers now, but I guess we're fine. And now we're going to add our glue to this strip. And we'll put that on the left side of our basic white. And I'm going to leave a little tiny edge on that left side. Just making sure I'm straight. For the most part, I think I am. And we're going to trim off that excess. You can always trim it off. You can't put it back. So I'd rather have it a little bit longer. And add blue to the back of this and put it inside of our card. So it boils down, and I've got 3 thank you cards because I didn't realize that I had thank you on the inside of this one. But you can never have too many thank you cards to send out to people for any occasion if you're thanking them for something. Oops, I bent that back. Fix that real quick. All right, so here's our cards for today. And let's see if I can get them all in the window here. And let me stand up so I can see what that looks like. Good. Okay, so there's our 3 cards for today. I hope you enjoyed them. And be sure you comment at the end of the video. I can still read your comments even after I've gone off the air. So I appreciate any comments that you might have, or any questions, or any suggestions that you might want me to work with a certain bundle or suite or whatever. I'd be happy to check it out and try to do it for you. All right. So until next week, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Um, share this with your friends. Subscribe on YouTube. Hit that little notification bell to be notified on YouTube. And I will see you next week, which will be April 17th at 10:30 Central Time, if I'm able to go live. And let me know if you want me to switch to YouTube to do my lives, because I don't really care to do the recordings because it's kind of lonesome not having anybody to talk to. So let me know in the comments, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.